the people underneath, hear a lot of noise very, very early, and that, I think anybody would understand that noise before like 6:30 in the morning should be, if you're getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you should be making tiptoe around. You shouldn't be, banging pots or whatever, stomping their feet or whatever, doing heavy exercise. I don't know what they're doing.
Exercise.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Your suggestion is a written message?
If somebody isn't willing to call them, or and talk to them directly, I mean, a nice message saying that, it's come to our attention that the people underneath have a hard time sleeping or are disturbed so early. Can you do anything about making the noise a little bit less if you're getting up so early? In a nice way.
Yes.
Sorry. Because I just moved recently, and I have a similar problem. And people that live I do not make noise, but someone live a bit up me, above me, make some noise. But the question is, why we can't try to build up a relationship with our neighborhood? Sometimes they don't even know they make noise. So I don't think it's a big problem. It's just because you're afraid to tell some people they do something wrong, but maybe they do not know that. So why we can't change ourselves? Why can't we? Because we live in the same community already. So why can't we build up a relationship with them, and you can talk to them and just chat with them first. Maybe you can figure out why they wake up so early. So maybe the reason you will accept. So maybe they won't bother you anymore. But if you build out a relationship with that after, and maybe you can tell them and it really bother you, maybe they will accept that. So no problem.
You mean going to the...
Just go directly to them. Why you can't? I mean, just build out a relationship with them. Don't talk about the problem first. Build out the relationship first. Then you figure out, maybe they don't even know that. So when you have a relationship, it's Taiwan culture. When you have a relationship first, it's easier to talk about some problem. And then you won't hurt each other. Right?
Well, see, actually our friends, they don't really know these people very well, and they feel like by the community asking them to get involved and intervene, they feel like they're being taken advantage of because they can speak English, and it's not really their business to get involved in somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
So, but are you saying they should go ahead and talk to him directly?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, some problem if you want to bother the certain person to tell them, I think they will kind of let them lose face, right? Here in the country in Taiwan. So maybe if some people they can speak English and tell the people they don't speak English, maybe they can do something else. Or ask that someone that can speak English go with them. Because sometimes they just have to go ahead. I almost finished. It's okay.
I was thinking that since the community,
Louder, please.
since the community or community leaders had contacted your friend is a Chinese or Taiwanese person who teaches English, that your friend can write a letter and instead of sending the letter directly himself, send the letter to the community, as it's the community's responsibility, I feel, to send the letter forward to the tenants.
Wow.
I mean, like, maybe the people in the community cannot speak English or write a letter. So they ask your friend, who's an English teacher. He writes a letter, and the letter is sent to the community where the complaint was lodged in the first place. The community's duty would be to send it to the people who are making the noise.
Yeah. So they should send them a letter.
If I'm not mistaken, I mean, in certain areas in Taiwan, people contribute to a community fund, and the community fund goes to the community, where the community is supposed to be taking action on various problems or issues within the neighborhood.
Do you think the native speakers, I mean the English speakers will feel that they get a ticket? Yeah. Sounds like a ticket from the community.
Maybe not a ticket, like just a notice or a warning saying that if you don't quiet down, then the people who are lodging the complaint will take some action.
Oh, okay, like a warning.
Like a warning note, like a warning note.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that sounds serious.
Well, if you live below them and you were being woken up at 5 o'clock in the morning, you might take it seriously. If you were the ones living below them.
Yes.
Quite likely they don't actually know they're causing a problem. So maybe the first thing to do is just
Dan, think loud.
I'm thinking maybe they just don't know they're causing a problem. So the first thing to do is just tell them politely, you know, we like being your neighbors and all that. But you make a noise.
Yeah, so far they may not know.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So do we have a conclusion?
Well, we have more ideas.
Well, landlords, notice of the community.
Or all of them, or all, or, you know, composite. I mean, the best thing would be to probably send a letter, like Lynn said, but it should be followed up by some personal contact on the part of somebody. And if your friend doesn't want to do it, I can understand that, but somebody in the community needs to address it. I mean, besides the written notice, you know, to make sure that, you know.
I know.
Okay.
Clinton,
Yes.
would you like to help my friend?
I can go.
Well, she said maybe first go or have a nice chat with them, so your
I can
friends.
go. If they don't mind, there's a handsome guy live there.
Is it a handsome guy?
We could go find out. It's a man and a woman.
Check.
Oh, but it's
We
a
can
man and
find
woman,
out.
so maybe they're
I'll
married
make sure
or...
I'll dress it well.
Well, you know, it's very strange. Now, you didn't really mention much about the foreigners. Are they new in Taiwan? Do they speak any Chinese?
No.
No.
Okay,
Fairly new.
so if they don't speak any Chinese and it sounds like they're fairly new, many times in my building, and I'm sure in most buildings, there's a policy of noise, a policy of when you can make public noise, you know? So, like in my building, if you are too loud after 10 o'clock, not a warning or bad boy, no, the security will just come up and say, hey, it's past 10 o'clock, you have to be quiet. You know, so, and their building, I'm sure they have this, you know, but maybe the foreigners who are new in town, non-Chinese speakers,
Yeah.
non-Taiwan culture understanding,
Yeah.
just think they're home, wherever home may be. You know, and so someone needs to tell them about their building's policy. You know, because I'm sure 5 o'clock in the morning has to be against building policy. Sylvia. So I think maybe you tell your friends to tell them about building policy. And there's got to be security. Is there security in the building?
I'm sure there is, yeah.
This is security is employed by the community of that building to take care of this. You know, so I think it's a really simple issue. I think it's a simple issue. Okay. So anyway, besides letter and other suggestions, you can follow that or just tell them to tell the security, because I'm sure they handle this kind of things many times in the Chinese community. You know.
Thank you.
No, thank you. It's a good idea. Good suggestion. Tim and Sylvia, thank you so much. Tim is also one of